Good evening and welcome to Horse Athletic Center for tonight's Northeastern Athletic Conference contest between the Bison of Gallaudet University and your Lancaster Bible Chargers. Joined tonight by Rod Bachman. Rod, good to have you back.
It's great to be back. Excited for tonight's doubleheader.
Chargers enter tonight's contest with a 2-5 overall record. They are 0-2 in NEAC play. The Bison, meanwhile, are 4-3 overall and 1-1 in conference action. Gallaudet played last night and took it to Trinity, D.C. pretty quickly and often as they defeated Trinity 96-29 in the nation's capital last night. The Bison had 70 points in the paint, something I don't expect them to do tonight, but certainly something for the Chargers to be aware of anyway.
Yeah, and Gallaudet's coming off of a 3 out of 4 streak winning. They've had 2 games in the 90s, so we should see a lot of offense, though, tonight.
Set to go here at Horse Athletic Center, and the Chargers will start off with the ball as Sonia Nelson, starting her first contest of her collegiate career, finds Hope Hodges, fellow freshman, and now up top for Goyak. Nelson once again, now up top for Hickey. Outside for Hodges. She'll take the three-pointer. In and out, rebounded there by Scheich.
It's not a bad first possession for the Chargers. They got a good open look on the perimeter, and Hodges is shooting pretty well right now from the three, about 42% on the season.
Belden with it here for the Bison. Down low for Neild. She'll step back and take the shot. It's good.
Yeah, that's something that the Chargers are going to have to be aware of tonight. 46% from threes, averaging nearly 24 a game.
Before the shot, they're going to call a foul there on the Chargers. It's going to be on Hickey. That's her first, team's first. Neild had 25 points, 23 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, and 5 steals last night. So certainly a player to watch out for. She was first team on NEAC last season, and certainly a case for her being player of the year as well last year. This is Belden. Nice pass down low there for Barnes, who lays it in for 2.
A defensive break down there to give up a layup inside the lane like that.
Down low here for Goyak. Little stutter step. She lays it in for 2. Charges on the board. Nice pass there from Hodges.
It'd be nice to see them use Goyak a little bit here early on, see if we can get the ball inside, and as they begin to collapse, maybe kick back out for some open jumpers.
Belden all the way around. Little floater. Won't go. Rebounded by Goyak. Quickly ahead here for Hickey. She'll push the action. She'll stop now, find Nelson. Hickey up top again. Steiner out for Hodges. 12 on the shot clock, all the way around for Nelson. She'll use the screen there. Looking for the pass to Goyak, wasn't there. Turnover quickly, and now a foul on the Chargers.
I like what the Chargers are trying to do there. A little pick and roll action with Courtney. I think that's an advantage here tonight. Maybe missed the opportunity on that roll initially to make that pass.
Belden with the ball once again for the Bison. Neild, Steiner right underneath her. Neild gets a little space. She'll take the jumper. It's good. Neild 2 for 2. Bison lead by 4, 6-2. 2.5 minutes into the contest. Steiner now for Goyak. Up top for Nelson. Around for Hodges. Up top for Hickey. Steiner. She'll drive to the baseline. Up and underneath. Layup won't go. Rebound taken there by Barnes. Good look for the Chargers there. Couldn't get it to go. Jumper there from Scheich will go. 8-2 game.
Yeah, Scheich and Neild are pretty much a good piece of their offense, scoring 40 combined points a game.
Layup there from Goyak will go. Hodges picks up another assist. Chargers now down by 4 once again. Another basket there for the Bison.
Early on, the Chargers are not getting back in transition. They're not finding their man quickly, and it's costing them.
Hickey's shot won't go. Steiner there for the rebound. Chargers will reset. 3.5 gone by here in the first quarter. Chargers trail 10-4. Hickey with it, looking down low for Goyak. Nice pass, lays it in for 2.
I'm not sure Gallaudet has an answer for that unless they begin to double team the post, but Courtney Goyak's having her way right now.
All 6 of the Chargers points, 3 of 3. 3 layups for Goyak. Chargers again down by 4. Shish up top with it. Loses it momentarily, gets it right back. Little floater in the lane, bounces around, won't go. Goyak with the board. Quickly up the floor for Hodges, able to save it. She'll drive, nice pass in the baseline for Hickey. Jumper, good. Good job there by Hodges to find Hickey on the far side. She knocks it down for her first bucket of the contest.
That's one thing I like about Hodges. I think she does a great job of keeping her head up while she has the ball in her hands and finding teammates.
Shish with it here. She'll drive to the left. Bounce pass there for Barnes. Jumper, no good. Rebound taken there by Neild. 3-pointer from Belden. That's long, and out of play.
I don't know, Zach. I'm thinking if you're the Chargers right now, you keep feeding the post until they do something to stop it.
I think that's the play that they're going to try anyway. I know it's kind of be a boring offense, but if it's working, I don't know why you would go away. That pass is deflected. Nice hands there by Kendall Hudson, the junior from Blissfield, Michigan.
Ball stays with the Chargers.
Hodges will inbound right to our right side here. Nelson will take the inbounds pass. For Hodges, now Steiner up top. Hodges once again. Getting a piece of that is Neild, and she'll get the steal. Neild the whole way down, layup goes.
It's interesting. You're seeing a whole arsenal from Neild, really. She's hit an open 3, she's hit a floater, and she's kind of put it on the floor and pulled up. She's got quite an offensive arsenal.
Timeout called here by the Bison, a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay here. I want to mention the 11th annual Gifts That Give Hope Fair. It'll be this Saturday in Lancaster, PA at the Lancaster Farm and Home Center. It'll be from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. You can visit with 30 nonprofits that provide life-changing benefits to people within our community and around the world. Enjoy local culinary delights, a fair trade marketplace, activities for kids, and an inspiring atmosphere. Again, that's the 11th annual Gifts That Give Hope Fair. That'll be at the Lancaster Farm and Home Center this Saturday from 10 to 4.
Gallaudet showing a little pressure here as we come out of the break. See how the Chargers handle that.
Goyak with it now for Nelson. Back for Steiner. Loses it momentarily. Grabbed there by Goyak. Off of her hands, now taken by the Bison. Nice pass underneath the belt, and she'll lay it in for 2. Hudson with a nice pass, able to find Belden. Bison lead by 6, 14-8. In for Goyak. That ball is kicked there by Neild, so we'll set the shot clock to 20.
I was surprised they didn't stay in that pressure after turning them over one time. A lot of times you get the score and you can kind of set up in your press pretty quickly, but they only pressed that one possession.
Hodges with it here in the corner. Around for Nelson. Steiner now. Shish right there on her. Inside for Goyak. Nelson will take the jumper. No good. Rebound by Shish. Up the floor quickly. Now for Neild. She'll take the 3-pointer. That's short. Rebound falls right into the hands of Goyak. And now Steiner up ahead for Hickey. That pass is picked off by Neild, but thrown right back to Steiner. Hodges with it now. Around for Nelson and Hickey. She'll take the 3-pointer. That's deep. Rebound taken by Goyak. Down low for Steiner. She'll go to her left. Layup. It's too strong. Taken out by Barnes. Shish quickly up the floor for Gallaudet. Neild. She'll quickly take the 3-pointer, and it's good.
See if the Chargers can get the ball back into Courtney. We've been 4 possessions without a bucket, and Courtney's not touching the ball.
Checking in for the Bison, number 3, Keisha Smith. Checking in for the Chargers, number 12, Mackenzie Smith.
Keisha Smith going to come into the contest for Gallaudet, and Mackenzie Smith into the game for the Chargers. Belden with it here. She'll look to drive to the basket. She's fouled going up. That's going to be on Hodges, I believe. It is. That's her second foul. Team's third. Belden will head to the free throw line. 80% free throw shooter this season. 16 of 20 from the line.
I think Gallaudet's doing a nice job of pacing the game right now for them. They're getting up the floor in transition, and the Chargers are having trouble finding their men in transition, and they're paying for it right now. They're gonna have to shore that up.
Second free throw good as well. The Bison lead has grown to 11. Hodges with it here. She'll go around the screen. Now Mackenzie Smith. She leaves it off for Hickey. She'll take the jumper. It's good. Hickey with 4 points on 2 of 4 shooting. The Chargers back to within 9. 2:45 to play here in the opening quarter. Jakeisha Smith with it. Up top now for Scheich. Little Euro step there off the glass and good. Hodges may have gotten away with her third foul there right before the bucket.
She may have.
Hickey, she'll move to the inside. Little float away jumper, it's good. Hickey already with a lot more room than she had on Saturday, and the Chargers lost to St. Elizabeth. They stalked her around the floor, up and down, whether she had the ball or not. So looks like she may have learned a few things from Saturday, and she's gotten open a few more times, certainly here today.
And I like the aggressiveness that she's showing too.
Jumper won't go. Rebound taken there by Goyak. Up for Hickey. She'll move to the inside. Back for Hodges. Smith with it here. Now Hodges again. They'll play catch. Up top for Graves. And now Hodges once again down low for Goyak. She'll spin off the glass. Good. Again, Goyak able to have her way down low in the blocks. 4 of 4, 8 points. She and Hickey have all 14. Over the top of Smith, it's going to go out of play. Turnover there for the Bison. Their first of the contest.
And I think it's going to be interesting to see if the Chargers can convert from offense to defense, get back. The half-court offense doesn't look near as strong as the transition does. So it's going to be key for them to get back and find their guards.
Hickey down low for Goyak, bit too strong and out of play. That's the idea, though. If they're going to have that type of height or lack thereof against Goyak, that's the play.
Yeah, I think Caitlin needs to take one more dribble to the wing to get a little better angle to make that entry. But I would certainly give a big dose of that all night long until they begin double teaming it.
Scheich will take the three-pointer. No good. Rebound grabbed by Smith. Good hustle play there from Jakeisha Smith. Out for Belden now on a reset shot clock. 23-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Smith down low, pass picked off by Graves. Overthrows it, however. Pass down low, deflected again. Inside for Scheich. Foul is going to be called here on Smith.
Fouls on the Chargers, number 12, Mackenzie Smith, her first, team's fourth.
It's important that you finish those possessions. When you play solid D, you get a shot that's not a great shot. You need to finish that with a rebound.
Inbounds pass is tipped right into the hands of Jakeisha Smith. With that foul coming at 29.9 seconds to play. Shot clock is off, but Belden will take the shot. Rebound taken there by Goyak. So now the Chargers can hold for the last shot.
Cole, take a timeout off.
There for Goyak, inside for, Hickey to Goyak, lays it in for 2. Goyak's 5 of 5. Chargers back to within 5. 2 seconds to play. Late three-pointer won't go. So the Chargers able to put a few points together there at the end of the quarter. They trail by 5, 21-16. We'll be right back here on the Chargers Sports Network. 21-16, start of the second quarter.
It was a nice finish for the Chargers, a little 6-0 run at the end of the period. I think Barnes defensively is just hoping for some help on the weak side against Goyak.
Scheiss's bucket won't go. Goyak with the rebound, and she's fouled by Neild.
It appears that they're trying to front Goyak, but if you're going to do that, I think you're going to need some help from the weak side. I'm not sure who they're hugging on that side right now that's hurting them. It'll be interesting now. We've got a little different matchup on the post. Barnes is out, and they're going to put Neild on her.
Chargers will try it again. Nice pass there to Graves. Lays number 2, and the foul.
Outstanding recognition by Courtney Goyak on that. They did a different matchup, but even on the catch, then they double teamed, and she did a great job of finding where that double team came from.
That was on Smith. That's her first. Graves knocks down the free throw, and the Chargers are back within 2. Into the middle it goes. Layup won't go. Rebound taken by Scheiss. Layup again. Rebounded by Goyak. Quickly ahead for Hickey. Hickey will turn and wait for some reinforcements. Around for Hodges now up top. Back for Hickey. Goyak sets the screen. Back for Goyak. Smith is there, a little up and under. Layup won't go. Rebound taken there by Neild. Neild up the floor, given some room. Thought about a 3. She moved around for Belden. Belden back to Neild. Moves into the paint, little floater. It's good. Wow, nice shot there by Neild.
Defensively, the Chargers are going to have to keep their feet on the perimeter. There's ball fakes we're leaving and giving them opportunities to put it on the floor. So we have to do a little better job of that.
Passes in for Hickey, loses momentarily now for Goyak. She'll spin with the left. It's good. Goyak has 12 points on 6 of 7 shooting. Neild 5 of 6, 11 points. Neild again, she'll take the jumper. What else is new? It's good.
And that is the same exact thing we're talking about right there. With the ball fake, we're leaving our feet. And she's tough off the bounce as well as spot up on the perimeter.
Smith with the steal there. She'll go in and lay it home. Timeout called by the Chargers. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll stay here with you. LBC men and Gallaudet will play following this game. Lancaster Bible men and women home on Saturday. The women will host York, PA in a non-conference matchup at 1 o'clock, while the men host Centenary at 3 o'clock. So lots of basketball here, especially next week as well as we get to finals week here at LBC. Also want to join us tomorrow morning for the Horse with No Name podcast. Myself and Tyler Greenlee hosting our weekly podcast. We'll have my brother, Mike Freeman, who's the sports information director at Lebanon Valley College, on the podcast tomorrow morning. If you can't listen tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock here on the Chargers Sports Network, you can download the podcast on iTunes and Spotify by searching for the Horse with No Name.
That should be a great show tomorrow morning. A little family connection there.
Should be good. We're trying not to bring up too many things from our childhood.
Be like Full House.
But no promises, that's right.
Checking into the game for the Chargers, number 22, Gallaudet.
I imagine Coach was talking a little bit about perimeter defense in that timeout, and we'll see if they've made some adjustments on that.
Becca Lucente into the contest for the Chargers. She has the ball now. Up top for Goyak. And now Hickey. Back to Lucente, looking for Graves inside. Nice pass off the glass and good. Nice pass there by Becca Lucente, who just checked in.
That's a good sign that it's not just Courtney. It looks like the inside is an advantage here tonight for several of the post players for the Chargers.
Neal with it, all the way across for Smith, into the corner for Hudson. Jumper won't go. Rebound taken there by Smith. Hickey with it, thought about a pass to Graves. Now out for Lucente. Inside for Goyak. Down low for Smith, off her hands. Graves able to chase it down for LBC, out for Hickey. Three-pointer from up top. You betcha! Hickey knocks down the triple, and the Chargers trail by just one, 27-26. 7 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Jumper here by Hudson. Won't go. Rebound taken by Smith. She'll put up the jumper, and it's good. Nice shot there by Jakeisha Smith. quickly up the floor for Mackenzie Smith now. Blocked temporarily and now taken by the Bison. Nice job by Neal to get back into play there for the Bison. Now Scheich will take the jumper. No good. Rebound taken there by Mackenzie Smith. Back for Hickey. Hickey still with it. She'll go around a screen. Looking for Goyak. Back outside for Lucente. Now for Graves. Nice cut there by Mackenzie Smith. Layup won't go. And a foul's going to be called on LBC. Foul's going to be on Goyak. That's her first.
Courtney's done a nice job of staying out of foul trouble here early on. She's done a great job.
Barnes back in for the Bison. Nelson back in for the Chargers. Gallaudet leads 29-26. Up and down game for the most part here tonight at Horse Athletic Center. Smith inside for Belden. Bumped into there. Now out for Hudson. She'll take the three-pointer. No good. Rebound taken there by Graves.
Looks like the Chargers switching up defense a little bit. They're playing a little 2-3 in that possession.
Under 6 minutes to play here. Sonia Nelson will cross the logo and look to set the Chargers offense up. In for Hickey. Now Graves, she'll turn the corner to the basket. Layup's good. Nice move by Christine Graves. She's got 7 points on 3 of 3 shooting, and the Chargers again trail by just 1. This is Neal. Out for Barnes. Jumper. Good. Every time the Chargers get a little bit of momentum, or at least get back in to within 1, right back come the Bison.
Yeah, I kept thinking maybe we weathered a storm early on, but it is really back and forth right now.
Nelson up top here, around for Hickey, and now Lucente. 15 on the shot clock. Back for Lucente. Out for Hickey. She'll drive. Into the lane she goes. Layup won't go. Neal to bring the ball up the floor. Ahead for Belden. Baseline goes Smith. Nice pass inside to Barnes. Lays it in. Nice passing play there from the Bison. Nelson again with it here for LBC. Lucente. And now Graves. Nelson looking down low for Goyak. Nothing there. Back up top for Hickey. She'll load up and take the three-pointer. You betcha. Ooh, they're going to call it 2 now. 2 there for Goyak. Excuse me, for Hickey. Assist goes to Nelson there, and the Chargers down by 3. That's a walk.
It's good to see Caitlin Hickey shooting the basketball as well as she is tonight. I still think one of the issues that we're going to have to shore up at halftime is the transition D. Even in that last bucket, it wasn't necessarily an early kick. It was the rotations that they had to make because the first one wasn't covered. But we're getting hurt defensively.
Lucente across for Graves. She'll go to the basket. Off the glass just a bit there, and she'll knock down the bucket. Graves has, Graves with 9 points for the Chargers, 4 of 4 shooting. Again, they trail by 1. This is Smith. She'll load up and take the three-pointer. It's good. Nice shot there by Jakisha Smith. Belden picks up her 4th assist of the contest. Bison back in front by 4. Nelson almost has her pocket picked. Around for Lucente. Now Goyak. Nelson there for Goyak. She'll go to the basket. Nice hesitation move. Lays it in. Goyak has 14 points and 8 boards. Chargers trail 36-34. 3.5 to play. Neal with a floater there. She's bumped into. A foul called here on LBC.
Felt like maybe she got away with a travel there on the perimeter on that ball fake.
Lucente picks up the foul. That's her first. Team second. Neal will head to the free throw line. 85% free throw shooter from there this season. 22 of 26.
She's a true scorer. I mean, she shoots the ball well. She can hit shots on the move or catch and shoots. Quite a player. I can see why she was first team all NEAC last year.
Knocks them both down. Gallaudet's lead is 4. Up top for Graves. And now Steiner. Down low for Goyak. Pocket picked by Hudson temporarily, but it goes out of play. It'll stay with LBC. 16 on the shot clock.
Ball stays with the Chargers.
Steiner in for Goyak. She'll hand back for Lucente. We're down for Steiner. In for Goyak. 8 on the shot clock. Everyone converges on her. Still gets the layup up. Foul is called. The bucket won't go, but Goyak's going to head to the free throw line for 2.
This has been a little bit of an Achilles heel for Courtney here early in the season. She's a much better free throw shooter than she showed here early on. So we're hoping that that'll turn, that tide will turn for her.
19 of 39 from the free throw line there this season. Gets this first one to go. Smith picks up her second foul for the Bison. Second free throw coming up here for senior Courtney Goyak. No good. Rebound taken there by Neild. Passes for Smith. Deflected, but right into the hands of Neild. Barnes with it, and a travel is called. Scheich is going to come back in. She'll replace Smith. Nelson with it here for the Chargers. Now Steiner. Graves around for Lucente. Goyak inside. Pass is deflected. Taken there by Scheich. Quickly ahead there for Hudson. And she'll lay it in for 2.
Yeah, it does seem that the Chargers just can't get over the hump. They can't get that stop that they need to tie the game or take the lead.
Down low for Graves. She'll try the up and under. Taken from her. And the Bison have it once again. Barnes with a jumper. It's good.
Kelly Barnes.
And the lead is 7 once again. So again, the Chargers a possession away from possibly tying the game or even taking the lead a few times. And now they trail by 7 once again. Steiner with it here. Back for Nelson. And now Lucente. She'll look for Goyak inside. All the way across for Steiner. And a travel is called.
Traveling violation. Bison ball. Checking in for the Bison, number 14, Shakira Hubbard.
Graves, I thought, played some fantastic minutes for the Chargers there. I know she's well on her way to a season and career high, I think, right?
Oh, for sure. And just not even the points, but just a good, solid couple of minutes for her just coming off the bench there. Neal with a three-pointer. And the lead is 10 once again here for the Bison. Round for Lucente. Back for Hickey. Now Nelson. She'll try the three-pointer. No good. Rebound taken there by Scheich. Scheich looking down low for Hudson. Lays it in. Just a very efficient Gallaudet team here tonight. 20 of 35 from the floor. 57%. Back up top for Hickey. Steiner, now Nelson again with a three-pointer. No good. Rebound goes right to Lucente, though. Up top for Hickey. She'll take the jumper. She's fouled. That was going to number 14, Shakira Hubbard.
Team's fourth. The line shooting 2 for the Chargers. Number 24, Caitlin Hickey.
So Hickey ahead to the free throw line for the first time tonight. 79% free throw shooter. First one is good.
She shot the ball well tonight. I think the thing that needs to change is on the defensive end. The Chargers, I think, are playing solid offensively.
We are under 40 seconds left in the first half.
Hudson with it here for Gallaudet. Now for Scheich. Belden will take the three-pointer. It's good. Belden has 7 points, and the Chargers trail by 13, 50-37. Goyak out for Nelson. Up top for Hickey. Around for Lucente. Down low for Steiner. Goyak lays it in. Nice pass there from Steiner.
Chargers need to
Sorry,
find
Rhett.
people here, yeah.
Belden with it. She'll look to turn the corner. Little jumper. Doesn't go. Rebound taken there by Hickey. So we're at the half here at Horst Athletic Center. The Chargers trail Gallaudet 50-39. We'll come back to you just prior to the start of the second half, bring you some stats and some thoughts from the first half. Chargers trail by 11. We'll see you in just a couple minutes here on the Chargers Sports Network.
Sorry about that.
Back here at Horse Athletic Center, Lancaster Bible trails Gallaudet 50-39 after 20 minutes of play. In that first half, Gallaudet shot 57%, 21 of 37. Leading the way, Hannah Neal with 18 points, 8 points for Kelly Barnes, 7 points apiece for Amelia Belden and Jakisha Smith. For the Chargers, they shot 59%, 17 of 29, but just 1 of 6 from beyond the arc. Leading the way there, Courtney Goyak with 17 points and 8 boards, 13 points for Kaylin Hickey, and 9 for Christine Graves, as the 3 of them combined for the 39 points. Rod, second half coming up. I can't say that the Chargers played bad in the first half. Gallaudet did everything right.
Yeah, they certainly shot the ball well, but I do think when you look at some of these statistics, you've got 17 points off of turnovers for Gallaudet to just 2 for the Chargers. I do think the transition converting to the defensive end is going to have to get better if the Chargers are going to have an opportunity here in the second half.
I can only remember a handful of times that the Gallaudet even set up in the traditional half-court offense. Everything seemed to be 1 pass, maybe 2, and they were at the bucket and laid it in, or shot it and just everything went in, it seemed like.
Yeah, and some of that has to do with being the first person to the ball, but if it's not a good rotation, now all of a sudden you're moving to the next person, and it's tough to find people. You got to find people while you're getting back.
Chargers will begin the second half with the ball. Underway here is Sonia Nelson will bring the ball up here for LBC. Hodges with it around for Hickey. She'll take the 3-pointer. No good. Rebound right to Goyak, and she'll lay it in for 2.
It's going to be important that the Chargers don't try to get this all back at one time, but really possession by possession just kind of build their way back into this game.
Belden with it here for the Bison. She'll go to her left. Back outside looking for Hudson, instead to the referee and out of play. Just the 4th turnover this evening for Gallaudet. Hickey will inbound to Nelson. Hodges with it. Baseline for Steiner. Up top for Hickey. Little 2-3 here from Gallaudet. Around now for Hodges. She'll drive baseline. Picked from her though by Neal. Long reach of Hannah Neal beginning the play up the floor for Gallaudet. Jumper from Scheich, no good. Rebounded by Goyak. Goyak's 10th board of the game. Another double-double for the senior, Courtney Goyak. Hickey knocked away from Steiner by Scheich. Still be LBC ball with 19 on the shot clock. Again, the LBC men will host Gallaudet following this contest. Currently slated for a 7:30 tip-off. Chargers looking to make it 3 straight on the men's side. Inbound for Hickey. Around for Nelson. Hodges, Goyak into the corner for Hickey. Thought about a 3. Instead, she'll take the jumper. It's good. Hickey's got 15 points, and the Chargers' deficit is just 7. Hudson will turn the corner. Jumper no good. Gets her own rebound, though. Belden inside for Scheich, left all alone, lays it in. Nice pass from Amelia Belden.
Another defensive breakdown for the Chargers inside.
Nelson with it, up top for Hickey. She'll go to her left, has a lane, lays it in. Hickey 7 of 11 from the floor. Gallaudet in front 52-45.
There's got to be a commitment to this side of the floor if the Chargers are going to get back into this game.
Belden's 3 is in and out, rebounded by Goyak. Up the floor comes LBC. Hickey. She'll turn the corner. Inside, knocked away from her, but foul is going to be called. Foul is on Kelly Barnes. That's her first. Hickey will head back to the free throw line. She's 2 of 2 there this evening. Rod, quickly, what is it on the defensive end that you'd like to see the Chargers do a little bit better here?
Well, I think first and foremost, you have to contain penetration. And, you know, we're leaving our feet and players are getting around us. But if you can't contain penetration, you're in a lot of difficulty. So I think that's the first thing that they need to do. But secondly, they need to not be hugging players all over the floor. You need to be in a position where you can come and help, but you can't leave players. And we're leaving some players at the basket.
Neal with it here after Hickey knocks down both free throws. Nelson with a three-pointer, no good. Rebound taken there by Barnes. Inside for Neild, who got loose. Jumper goes. Nice rebound there by Barnes. Then to find Neild. Press coming here from the Bison. Hodges all the way across now for Hickey. She'll stop and pop. Good. Hickey has 21 points. Chargers down by 5. Timeout called here by the Bison. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll stay here with you. Again, want to quickly remind folks about the 11th annual Gifts That Give Hope Fair. It'll be this Saturday, December 8th, at the Lancaster Farm and Home Center from 10 o'clock to 4 o'clock. You can visit with 30 nonprofits that provide life-changing benefits to people within our community and around the world. Enjoy local culinary delights, a fair trade marketplace, activities for kids, and an inspiring atmosphere. Again, the 11th annual Gifts That Give Hope Fair in Lancaster this Saturday at the Lancaster Farm and Home Center, 10 o'clock to 4 o'clock. So again, the Chargers ride here, a couple of points in a row here, down by 5, a little bit of momentum. This is the part in the first half where Gallaudet would score the next 5 points and go back up by 10. What can LBC do here? You just talked about the defensive presence. Anything on the offensive end, or just keep going the way they're going?
Well, boy, it looks like Hickey's just said, kind of climb on my shoulders, I'll carry you. So I think defensively, the rest of them have to pick this up, and they need to get some stops and value possessions on the defensive end of the floor.
Hudson with it here for the Bison. Out for Scheich. Foul on LBC here. It's going to be on number 2, Nelson, I believe. Excuse me. 2. It's going to be on Nelson. That's her first, team's first. Inbounds pass for Belden. Now Scheich up top. Looking for Neild. Hickey there quickly. Little spin and move, no good. Rebound taken by Hickey. Steiner quickly for LBC, back for Hickey. Now out for Hodges, around for Nelson. She'll take the three-pointer. You betcha! Nelson knocks down the triple. Nice pass there from Hodges to keep the swing pass going around there, and the Chargers down by just 2.
Hickey did an outstanding job defensively on that last play, working through screens, contesting a shot.
Three-pointer by Neild, nothing but net. Bison back up by 5. Ahead come the Chargers as we go back and forth here between the Bison and the Chargers. Great game here tonight from Horst Athletic Center. Traveling is the call.
Traveling violation. Bison ball. Checking in for the Bison, number 3, Jakeisha Smith.
Jakeisha Smith's going to come back in. She'll replace Barnes.
Caitlin Hickey's doing a great job at both ends of the floor right now, but she does look a little fatigued right now. So we'll see how this transpires as she chases Neild around the floor.
Neild with a game-high 23 points thus far. Hickey with 21. Goyak with 19. Belden with it for Scheich. Back to Belden. 10 on the shot clock. Hudson, little up and under, layup good. 6 assists for Belden. Hudson's got 8 points for the Bison. Now Nelson. Quickly ahead for Hickey. Ball comes out of her hands right into Neild's. Ahead for Hudson. To the outside looking for Belden, a bit strong and out of play. Timeout's going to be called here by LBC. It's going to be a full timeout. We'll take one with them. 5:17 remaining here in the third quarter. Gallaudet 59, Lancaster Bible 52. We'll be right back here on the Chargers Sports Network. Back here at Horst Athletic Center, Lancaster Bible Trails Gallaudet 59-52. Christine Graves into the contest for LBC.
Yeah, I like that timeout by Coach right there, because although the Chargers were making a little bit of a run, you could tell there were some players beginning to be fatigued.
Goyak with it now. She'll drop back for Nelson. Pass picked off. Taken there by Smith. She'll run the length of the floor and lay it in for 2. Hickey up for Goyak. 7 straight points there by the Bison. Inside for Graves. Looking inside for Goyak. Taken by Hudson. Shish, bounce pass for Smith. Right back, nice pass. Layup is good. Not the kind of play you'd like to see right out of the timeout, Rod.
Now, right back to the points off turnovers, 4 quick ones by Gallaudet, and it stretches out to 11.
Hickey around for Hodges. Inside for Goyak. Hickey all the way around for Nelson. She'll take the 3. No good. Rebound taken there by Goyak. Out for Hickey. Little hesitation move. Back for Goyak. Jumper no good. Rebound taken there by Hudson. Quickly ahead for Smith. Another 2-on-1. Belden up top. Lays it in. 11-0 run now for the Bison, and another timeout called by the Chargers. A 30-second timeout. Gallaudet now leads 65-52, matching their largest lead of the contest. I want to again tell you about the Horse with No Name podcast, the weekly podcast that myself and Tyler Greenlee host. You can catch it tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock on the Chargers Sports Network. We'll have my brother, Mike Freeman, the sports information director at Lebanon Valley College. He'll come and join us. We'll talk about a lot of things, especially the sports information profession, as well as him being a Division III athlete and what it looks like to transition from being a student athlete in college to then becoming a professional in the sports world. So be sure to join us tomorrow morning on the Chargers Sports Network for the Horse with No Name podcast. If you can't join us in the morning, you can download the podcast later in the day on iTunes or Spotify.
I can't wait to hear what your favorite cartoon was when you were a kid on the podcast tomorrow.
I like the Ninja Turtles. I was a Ninja Turtles guy.
What was your favorite one?
Probably the Ninja Turtles growing up.
Leonardo.
I was a Donatello guy. He was smart.
Yeah, I got you.
Much unlike my brother. So we'll talk about that.
He was a Michelangelo guy?
I think he was. Husente with a jumper, no good. Shish with it for Belden. Out for Neal, the 3-pointer. No good. Rebound taken there. It'll be off the hands of Shish and out of play.
Out of bounds, Chargers ball.
There's a lot of time left in this game, but again, I think it comes down to, are the Chargers willing to pay the price defensively to get back and to find players and not allow them to have those runs?
Lucente's pass is picked off, taken by Shish for Belden. Nice hesitation move there. She'll take the jumper. No good. Rebound tipped away by Smith. And it's going to go off of an LBC play. That's Lucente there in the corner. Good play by Hudson.
Fortunate there. That was a 3-on-1 break for the Bison. And Lancaster Bible was able to get back and get a stop.
Smith with it. She'll drive to the basket. She's hacked, and it goes. Excellent play there by Jakisha Smith, who recognized that Goyak was on her at the top there and wasn't going to probably be able to keep up with her heading to the basket, and gets a step on her, and now she'll look to complete the 3-point play, which she does. 68-52, a 14-0 run here by Gallaudet. Hickey around for Lucente. Pass deflected, taken by Smith. Belden's layup won't go. Batted around, right back to her. Foul's going to be on Mackenzie Smith. That's her second, team's third.
Back in for the Chargers, number 33, Christine Graves.
Christine Graves will come back into the contest and replace Lucente.
Graves played some great minutes in the first half. Well, hopefully maybe she can get some things turned around here in the second.
Scheich knocks down the jumper. Belden with another assist, her 7th. 70-52 in favor of the Bison. Smith with it here, all the way around for Hickey. She'll take the jumper from the wing. It's good. Hickey has 23 points. Traveling called there on Neild. 2:10 remaining here in the third quarter. Chargers trail 70-54. Sonia Nelson with the ball here for LBC as she crosses midcourt.
It'd be nice to see if you're the Chargers to get a little 6-0 run here or something. Cut it to about 10 heading into the fourth quarter. Maybe feel like you have a chance.
Out of play there off of Graves. Chargers with 17 turnovers here tonight. Hudson all the way around, working into the middle for Scheich. Jumper won't go, rebounded by Goyak. Nelson quickly up the floor here for LBC. Picked from her pocket momentarily and now does completely. Smith there all alone again. Layup's good.
Yeah, the Bison kind of breaking this open with great ball pressure defense, turnovers and runouts.
Foul called there on the Bison. It's going to be on Belden. That's her first, team's second. Belden, a sophomore from Frederick, Maryland. Hickey with it, three-pointer, no good. Rebound will stay with the Chargers. Just 4 players have scored tonight for Lancaster Bible. 23 from Hickey, 19 from Goyak, 9 from Graves, and the 3 from Nelson. Pass is picked off. Another steal for Smith. Pass looking for Belden, a bit too far away. Turnover back to LBC. Feels like Smith's been everywhere on the floor for Gallaudet. She has 14 points on 6 of 7 shooting. Numerous steals as well. And another. Smith ahead for Belden. She'll bring it back out. All the way across. Pass goes off the rim, however. Taken by Hickey. And she's fouled. Foul's going to be on Smith. That's her third. Timeout called by Gallaudet. It's a 30-second timeout. Again, we'll stay here. Certainly not something the Chargers want to see is Hickey limping a bit there. Of course, she'll stay in the game, I'm sure, but certainly not with the doctor ordered down by 18 here with 40 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Now, that looked like a bit of a nasty collision, kind of knee-on-knee right there at half court. But again, I think this game is boiled down to the defense of Gallaudet and being able to turn the Chargers over and get runouts and some easy buckets. Certainly has stretched it out here in the second half.
Seven turnovers for LBC here in the third quarter. They have 20 for the game. Hickey will inbound right in front of us. Nelson for Smith. In for Graves. Looking down low. Taken from her. Jumper there from Smith. No good. Jumper from Neild won't go. Scheich gathers it, and she's fouled.
Yeah, I think Hickey's hurting. I think she's coming out of the game.
Chargers number 2, Sonia Nelson, her second, team's 4th. The line shooting 2 for the Bison. Number 1, Sabina Scheich.
So Smith is going to exit. She looks shaken up a bit. And Hickey will exit for LBC.
Shish has been all over the place tonight. Has played a great game offensively, defensively. She's hit the glass from the guard position. She's looked really good today.
10 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists for Sabrina Shish. Misses both free throws there. Excuse me. Now Nelson with it. Chargers need a bucket here to end the quarter. Smith. She'll hit into the lane. Fouled as she goes up. Fouls on Kelly Barnes. That's her second.
Team's fourth. The line shooting 2 for the Chargers. Number 12, Mackenzie Smith.
Smith will head to the line for the first time this evening. Second free throw misses as well. Goyak gets it, lays it up, no good.
It's been a rough quarter for Courtney. Some of it was they just weren't feeding, although Caitlin had a nice third quarter, but I think maybe Courtney, she scored two here in the third.
So Hudson will be on the free throw line as it's the 5th foul for the Chargers here in the third quarter. Hudson knocks down the first one. Second free throw coming up for Hudson. Gallaudet had 6 of 8 there tonight. Second one good. Turnover there by LBC. 3-pointer won't go. So after 30 minutes, Lancaster Bible trails Gallaudet 74-54. We'll be back in just a moment with the fourth quarter here on the Chargers Sports Network. Back here at Horse Athletic Center, Lancaster Bible trails 74-54 after 3 quarters of play. Gallaudet with the ball here, Belden. Around for Neild. In for Hudson, to the baseline for Barnes. Jumper no good, rebounded by Goyak. Chargers need points in bunches here. So they trail by 20. Steiner into the middle for Goyak. Out for Nelson. And now Graves inside for Goyak. Nice pass. She'll go to the left. Layup. No good. Quickly ahead for the Bison. Belden leaks out. She's all alone. Lays it up for 2. 22 assists on 32 buckets for Gallaudet.
I imagine tomorrow at practice there's going to be a lot of work on balance from the offensive end and who's getting back defensively. But right now we've got, again, even in that possession, there's no one ready to be back and playing defense. That's going to have to be worked on.
34. Ref. They don't have a 14 on the floor. Thank you. Steiner with a 3-pointer. That won't go. Rebound taken there by Neild. She just picked up her second foul. Kneeled up the floor with it. Now Belden. Kneeled. To the baseline for Scheich. Jumper. Good. Gallaudet shooting 54% from the field tonight, 33 of 61, and they lead 77-54, 8.5 to play. In for Goyak. She'll look to turn. Layup won't go. Graves loses it there, taken by Belden. Little Euro step move there, blocked by Graves.
That was a pretty move right there.
Very nice move. Length of Graves there, the only spot where she struggled. Goyak up the floor. That's a travel or a double dribble. 24 turnovers now for LBC. Belden with it up at the top. Hudson into the middle. That's blocked by Graves as well. Belden again. She'll take the jumper. No good. Rebound taken by Graves. Steiner with it here for LBC. Now around for Hodges. Steiner in for Goyak, off her hands, taken by Scheich. Hudson lays it in, won't go. Scheich is right there. She'll lay it in there for two.
The transition continues to, to be a problem.
Jumper there by Hodges. No good. Rebound taken by Goyak. Layup won't go. She gets her own rebound again. Back out for Nelson. Steiner back for Goyak. Layup no good, and she's fouled. Courtney Goyak playing hard the whole way here for LBC. She's played a ton of minutes tonight as well.
Yeah, you can tell there's some fatigue there, but that was a very nice up and under move to get to the basket and get to the free throw line.
Fouls on Scheich, her first, team's second. Goyak will head to the free throw line for the second time tonight. Shakisha Smith is going to come back into the contest. She'll replace Belden. Smith has 6 steals tonight, 5 there in the third quarter. Second free throw off as well. Pass picked off there by Steiner. Foul called there on the Bison. It's on Hudson. It's her first.
Back in for the Chargers, number 12, Mackenzie Smith.
Hodges finds Smith. She'll work into the middle. Pass is deflected, but Graves has it. Hodges will load up the three-pointer. No good. Rebound taken there by Hudson. Quickly ahead for Neal. Nice little pass there. Neal pass for Scheich. Layup won't go. Rebounded by Smith. Jumper by Neal. She's fouled. Coming down. It'll be 2 shots coming for Hannah Neal. Third foul on Smith.
Fouls on the Chargers, number 12, Mackenzie Smith, her third. Team's first. The line shooting 2 for the Bison. Number 34, Hannah Neal.
Neal 2 of 2 from the free throw line tonight. Team high 23 points.
Yeah, she's as good as advertised for sure coming in. She's played really well.
Neal knocks them both down. The Chargers trail 82-54. Graves around for Hodges. Smith with it now. Baseline for Steiner. Her pass is deflected, taken by Barnes. Quickly ahead for Neal. Nice job with Gallaudet going up and down the floor. The lead is now 30. Smith with it here, inside for Goyak. Down low for Steiner. She'll lay it in for 2. First points of the quarter for LBC, 4.5 gone here in the fourth quarter.
I was going to say, I think that breaks a drought right there. It was a good finish at the basket.
Smith down low for Shish. LBC coaching staff wanting a travel there. Not sure. Nice pass there from Smith to find Shish down low. Graves, Steiner, now Smith. Hodges with the deep three-pointer, no good. Rebound taken by Shish. Under 5 to play here in the fourth quarter. Smith, nice pass for Hudson. She's fouled by Hodges. Hudson's going to head to the free throw line. She's 2 of 2 there tonight. So, Rod, I mean, assuming there's not a 30-point miracle here, we're going to be 0-3 in conference play heading into Christmas break. Now we have some non-conference games there. We have to stare at that record now for a couple weeks. What's a medicine that LBC can take here over the next couple weeks and reset?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I think in the game of basketball you have to have a little bit of a short memory on both sides. You know, you can be winning, you can be you know, struggling, but you have to get the next game regardless. So, you know, I think it's a matter of regrouping, trying to pull yourself together and saying we got to get the next game on the schedule. Not to get too worried about where you are, but where you need to go.
So 30-second timeout called here by LBC. And again, so then at the same time, you want to, not in these non-conference games coming up, tough ones, York, Hood, Staten Island. These are not gimme games at all. Even if they turn out to be losses, what are you looking for in those last 3 non-conference games to where you're going into Christmas break thinking, okay, it's not as bad as it may seem? Yeah. Same type of thing?
Sure. No, I think I think you have to pick and choose what you need to do to turn the corner. And I think for this team right now, trying to find an identity on defense is going to be really key for them. And that's going to begin with, you know, how do you balance the floor offensively and make sure that you've got some people back in the lane, you know, to take away some of those buckets in transition, because that certainly hurt us tonight.
Ball stays with the Chargers.
They're certainly going to have to get some more offense too from some other players, with Courtney and Hickey providing most of the punch tonight, and then the third scorer in Graves, which you're not going to get every night. She does a lot of things well. She's not going to be a consistent high scorer at this point, but they're going to need some scoring from some other options as well.
Smith with yet another steal for Gallaudet. Couldn't get the layup to go. Neal now with a steal for the Bison. She traveled.
A traveling violation, Chargers ball. Taken in for the Bison.
And I know this sounds silly, but I think at times at whatever level you are, sometimes there just needs to be some work done with passing and catching. And, you know, tonight's a clear example of that, you know, you've got to come to the ball. You've got to meet it. You can't allow defenders to slice you. You need to pass the ball away from the defense, keep it on the outside. But we're going to have to shore that up as well moving forward.
Ball stays with the Chargers.
Lucente around for Hodges. She'll take the three-pointer. No good. Rebound knocked around, taken by Lucente. Good hustle play there by Mackenzie Smith. Now for Hodges, little floater. It won't go. She's fouled.
You can see some of the frustration on Hope's face right now. She hasn't had the kind of game that she's been having. But I think as a freshman, you need to understand that part of the maturation is the consistency of play every day. And I think she'll get there. I definitely think she'll get there. She's a skilled young basketball player.
First free throw is good. Second free throw goes as well. The Gallaudet men's basketball team warming up in the mezzanine here as we approach under 3.5 to play. Turnover here by Smith. 29 turnovers tonight for LBC. Turnover there on Scheich.
Right now, if you're coach, I'm sure she's hoping for some solid offensive possessions here. Good ball movement and player movement. Looking for good shots.
Jumper by Graves won't go. Taken there by Hubbard. Kachnik with it. Around now, Smith has it. Three-pointer. No good. Rebound taken there by the Chargers. A foul called on Gallaudet. It's going to be on number 14, Hubbard.
Number 14, Shakita Hubbard. Her third, team's fifth.
Oh, never mind, sorry. Fifth foul, so 2 shots coming up for Smith. First free throw is good. Belden will check into the contest. She'll replace Scheich. One of 2 at the line for Smith. Jakisha Smith with it now. She'll go up the lane. She's fouled. It's on Smith. That's her fourth.
We mentioned headed into the game that Gallaudet had 2 90-point games in their last 4. And you can see why they can put some points on the board. They really get out, run wide lanes, transition, and they look up the floor. And they have the ability to turn you over a little bit as well.
Lucente with it here, looking down low for Smith. Graves into the middle, out for Baker. Hodges all around for Lucente. Three-pointer. You betcha. Lucente knocks down the triple. 5 assists tonight for Hope Hodges. Gallaudet leads 89-62. Full timeout called here by Gallaudet. We'll take a break here with him. Come back shortly. Lancaster Apple Trails 89-62. We'll be right back on the Chargers Sports Network. Back here at Horse Athletic Center. Gallaudet in front, 89-62. 2:10 remaining. Chisha Smith with it. All the way across there for Kachnik. Her jumper won't go. Gets her own rebound, however. And traveling is the call.
I think that's what we're talking about a little bit with the Chargers defense and finding the identity. You know, I think there's 3 stages of that defense. You want to contain penetration. You want to contest jump shots. And then you want to control the glass, and if you don't do all 3, it's a long night.
Hodges, a little floater, rolls around the rim, won't go. Smith ahead here for the Bison. She'll take it to Belden. Jumper, no good. Rebound taken by Kachnik. Nice hustle there again by Kachnik. Smith with it. She'll go back to Kachnik. They'll play catch. Minute and a half to play. Pass tipped away. Hodges with it. Now for Baker. Traveling the call there on the Chargers. Chargers back in action here on Saturday. They'll host York at 1 o'clock. After that, Hood next Wednesday at 6, and Staten Island to wrap up the first semester on Saturday the 15th at 1 o'clock. Belden with it here. All the way around for Kachnik. Belden again, looking inside there for Hubbard. Pass is taken away. Lucente with it here. Across for Baker. Jumper there by Smith. It's good.
I think Smith has the possibilities of becoming a scoring threat for the Chargers. And I think that's where they're going to need some help offensively, too. The good news tonight is Caitlin Hickey and Courtney are playing well. And the complementary players are going to have to fill in some spots for them.
Smith up the floor here with it for LBC. Jumper won't go. Rebound bounces around. Taken here by Smith. 20 seconds to play. Smith inside for Bain. Layup, no good. Rebound taken there by Smith. Good hustle back down the floor by Mackenzie Smith. Hodges with it here for LBC. Ahead for Baker. Back for Hodges. Around for Lucente. Smith once again. She'll take the three-pointer. You betcha. Smith knocks down the three-pointer. Time is going to run out. Gallaudet coming into Horst Athletic Center. 89-67, they're victorious. And they defeat Lancaster Bible for the first time in program history, snapping a 14-game losing streak to the Chargers. For Gallaudet here tonight, they shot 48% from the floor, 36 of 75, 33% from beyond the arc, and 80% from the free throw line. 27 points for Hannah Neild, 16 points and 9 rebounds for Sabina Scheich, 15 points for Jakisha Smith, 12 for Kendall Hudson, and 11 for Amelia Belden. She also added 8 assists. For the Chargers, 47% from the floor, just 21% from beyond the arc, and 60% from the free throw line. Leading the way for LBC, 23 points for Caitlin Hickey. Courtney Goyak, 19 points, 19 boards, 9 points for Christine Graves, 6 for Mackenzie Smith. Hope Hodges had 2 points to go with 5 assists for LBC. Chargers dropped to 2-6 overall, 0-3 in conference play. Gallaudet improves to 5-3 overall and 2-1 in conference action. Men's game coming up in about 30 minutes or so. You can join us back here on the Chargers Sports Network. For Rod Bachman, I'm Zach Freeman. Go Chargers, go.